the sort of unifying theme is relationships. All the plays are about relationships, but we're also focused on the relationship that we have with our audience. The relationship that they have watching the play, the relationship they have with each other in the lobby, the relationships they have with me, talking to me in the lobby. So our whole season is about building relationships. We start the season with Henry and Alice Into the Wild, which is a sequel to a play that was done, I think, about 5 years ago called Sexy Laundry, which was a huge hit with people. So it's the same couple. They're back for another adventure to try and keep their relationship alive. This time they go camping, and we followed that with a play called How It Works, which is a play by a Canadian playwright, Daniel McIver. And again, it's another wonderful play about relationships. It's about a cop who goes out and has a blind date with a woman. He's got a daughter, Brooke, who's more trouble than you'd ever want to have with a child. So it's really about how a family can reconcile between father and daughter, between husband and ex-wife, between a man and a new woman, and the new woman in the life, and how she reacts to the child as well. We will then go into our holiday season, where we will be doing Bunch of Munch, which is a collection of 12 Robert Munsch stories. Robert Munsch is probably the best children's author in our country. So this takes 12 of his stories, and this time it's a musical. So it's a wonderful way to start the holiday season. It doesn't matter what holiday it is that you celebrate. We start the new year with another great comedy, Same Time Next Year, which was written in the 1970s, and it just follows a relationship that starts off really in the most unlikely way. A man and woman meet in the 1950s for what they think is just going to be a one-night stand. Well, it's a one-night stand that recurs every year for over 20 years. They always come together for one night. And we watch them grow up. We watch the society around them change through hippies, through the Vietnam War, through marriages, through deaths. After that, we turn back to a more dramatic play called The Clockmaker by Stephen Mazacott, which is a Canadian play, which does wonderful things with time and relationships. So you're never quite sure, are you watching something that's happening now, or are you watching something that may happen? It's a story of a man, a clockmaker, who gets called into a government office, and he gets accused of possibly committing a crime, maybe in the future, or not. It's a great mystery because you're never quite sure what's going to happen next. And I think people are really going to enjoy that, especially people who love theater that gives them a bit of a challenge, gives them really something to think about. Then we are ending our season with a musical called Suds, the 1960s rock and roll soap opera, which is a collection of everybody's favorite tunes from the 1960s. And it tells a terrific story. A young girl who works in a laundromat. She gets a letter from her boyfriend saying that the relationship is over. And of course she's devastated by that. And she decides that she just doesn't want to live anymore. And they go through probably 50 or 60 great songs from the 1960s as they convince this girl that life is really worth living no matter what. So it's a great way to end our season. We always like to end with a musical because we like people to leave at the end of the season with a song in their heart. So that's how we will be ending next season. We've also got our students on stage will be returning. Our youngish company will be doing an original play written specifically for them by local writer Matt Hady, who's also going to be running a playwriting group again, Playwrights Junction. So it's going to be a really fun and really exciting time here at the Sudbury Theatre Centre. There'll always be something happening.